Okay, everyone, we are live. Burr is having the Mondiest of Mondays. So welcome, Burr. It's all good. It's all good. This is our little cold open that we do. So you're going to have like a good couple minutes to settle in. It's all good. We need to send out all our notifications, let everybody know we are live. We are actually live now. Because then it was like I could hear her, she couldn't hear me, and then the camera. It's been a whole thing.
You were muted for a hot minute though,
Part of that was me at the end.
But that was a standard Burr prof start though to GM Farcaster, so it made me feel better though. It made me feel more at home.
It was funny because I was hearing your sound change, and I'm like, oh, something changed. It probably works. And I think I moved my microphone or something, and I muted, and then so it's been a little bit of a tough start, but we are here. We are ready. It is Monday, and we are gonna GM it up, and we are gonna throw our intro up, get retweeting, get recasting, let everybody know we're here. And we'll be back in 40 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Monday, September 8th, and you are here with Nanish Prof and my guest co-host, Melissa Burberry to those who know her well, and you are filling in for the vacationing Adrian, who's off in Mongolia riding horses and camels and stuff. So
I'm so jealous.
Right? She's doing she's having an adventure, and so are you.
We're on different types of life adventures.
Different adventures today. Okay, hold up. Are you wearing a better hat?
I don't know. Am I?
I think you are. And I was just thinking this morning, I'm like, I don't have any better hats and I need one. The only thing I have that's close is this based in yellow, and it's just too freaking bright for the whole show. So instead, Toady, I went with the Cryptodes. So I need a better hat, and I need it now.
So this is a sample prototype that just landed in my mailbox yesterday. And we're going to get another sneak peek at something else. This is a better hoodie. And we're going to get zoomed in on these fancy little metal.
Nice. This is fancy.
You know what? Tony knows what these are called, but because he asked for them specifically, but they're like, they have a name, and he requested.
I have no idea what they are.
They're very fancy. And then on the back here, I don't know if you can see it. Oh wait.
Oh yeah. Cool. Nice.
So we wanted to keep, and this is just the sample, but we wanted to keep it relatively simple, just to be. And of course, this was a must-have, according to Toady, was these little I don't know, whatever, for the ends of the strings. And this
hoodie string thing.
This kind of WEN that's hidden in the back. And so it's kind of like a secret if you know what it is. And then you see it. If somebody else is in kind of NFTs or Web3 or whatever, they're going to be like, I know what that is. But these just kind of landed on my doorstep yesterday as a test. And Cat and I want to call him Savage. The one thing that they do really well is they send samples of the merch before we do any kind of fulfillment.
This is minted merch. Minted merch. Nice.
With Cat Cartel and Savage. And the best part of their merch is it's mega soft. And you can't really see it because my lighting's horrible and we didn't get to correct that. But you could sleep in this thing. And it's very, very warm. For people who have the Banker hoodie, this is the same people who produced the Banker hoodie. and you could just be out in nuclear winter in this thing. Very, very warm.
The banker merch is so well done. It's so cool.
Yes.
I love it. I just had a combo with Kat, and yeah, I'm expecting some stuff at base camp next week. So I'm and any, you know, when merch exactly Zero Rights Collective, when merch is the question for you, sir. I need that hat. I definitely need that hat. If you guys are watching on Twitter or if you're on Farcaster, either one, go share and let everybody know we are live. I'm just doing my last share. Very excited to have you here today. We have guest co-hosts all week. Burr is with us today. Rachel Wilkins will be with us Wednesday, and the Toady Hawk will be with us Friday. So it's very like neon coded week. So it's going to be fun.
It's a much better week. Not better in the fact that it's missing Adrian. I know we all miss Adrian.
No,
but it's
not better for that, but it is better. It's a better kind of week. All right, let's dive in because we got stuff to chat about. It's a little quiet, I got to say, a little quiet. But we've got a few things going on. So this was from our friend Brad Q. It's 29 seconds of Farcaster. What did you miss this weekend? TLDR released Bracky 2.0. We're going to talk a lot about that. So we'll dive into that more. Interesting opportunity with Clankermon and Clank Collectibles. There's 2 auctions that are happening for Clankermons. We're going to dive into that as well. In other news, nobody cares about decentralization with one notable exception, that everybody cares about decentralization. And I think that sums up that debate quite well. It's that everybody and nobody cares. Interesting share from Deployer and how easy it is to bridge to other chains with Banker. Cassie was busy this weekend with lots of Equilibrium. This might be a place to start. And in final roundup news, Kurtworth survived abandonment from the assistants with a sleepover at Pierre's. And DWR shared an FC mission statement, build a credibly neutral, decentralized protocol used by 1 billion plus people every day. Always love 29 minutes of Farcaster. Thank you, Brad Q. And I think I have to actually get this out. I forgot to talk to Adrian about that. We also send this out as a newsletter, and he forgot how she does that. So we're going to figure that out today. I'm doing a lot of like things in the background that Adrian normally does because she's really off the grid. And I'm like, I don't even know
how much people do until they're gone. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't live without this person, literally.
Can't. I seriously can't.
Yeah.
Like we can make it 3 weeks, but that's why next week I'm literally just taking the whole week off because I'm like, I can't do back-to-back weeks with like trying to figure this out without her. Anyway, moving on.
We will miss you both cold off the grid, but you deserve a whole week off without anything.
We're going to, you know, you'll see me on the timeline. I'll be at base camp and sharing lots of stuff from there. But that's next week. Right now, we're still here. So this, and I'm really excited to talk to you about this. This is from Horsefacts. Surest sign of a scam lately is a slick app that appears fully formed out of nowhere, promising you free money. Don't let them run this rug playbook. And this was in particular some folks talking about Far Legacy and some others. And I think Horsefacts has a nice list here. Created by a brand account with zero history, slick but shallow website, mining for anything, appropriating FC native brands. We built a cool game, but you can't see it. It's always a good one. That goes way back. That's going way back to the old school playbook. Nobody's ever met the team. Pay us now, and you might get something later. Have said it before, but the social layer needs to police this and build immunity against this behavior. Farcaster cannot simply ban scammers. And I think that's a really important point because we can hope that we can find that the team will protect us or whatever. There's only so much they can do because what if they get it wrong also? And that's another reason why for me, when we're sharing stuff on here, I'm usually pretty careful about what we share, but there are times where we were talking about the balloon app, I was like, okay. But we were talking about it with like, I don't know what this is. We don't know who the team is. Right. And it was before they launched a token. And it was like, you pop a balloon. You get a penny. And I was like, I don't know. It was really, and Adrian's like, why? So it's really one of those, like, it's hard to, so there's been a couple that I haven't even talked about at all because I don't want to necessarily amplify them. I also don't want to call them out if I'm wrong. Because what if they're a legit team? And it's tricky. So your thoughts, because I know you've talked a lot about this.
So it's a really delicate balancing act because you can't outright say, hey, I think this project is a scam. And the way that I have found, in group chats, let's just say in group chats, because this is the delicate way of dancing around it, because this is the first social layer of not getting yourself kind of like accosted as the black sheep, as the person who calls people scams. Like, oh, Bert called me a scammer again, right? So the way that I go about this is I kind of put the layer of responsibility onto people. And because there's an easier way to go about this. Instead of identifying a certain thing as a scam, you identify the people circling around it as the signals, right? There are certain people, and through no fault of their own or through intentionality, they're the ones that are kind of falling susceptible to these kind of scams. And so this is the easiest way to do this, because you're not kind of identifying someone as being the person who's responsible for it, or the person who is intentionally falling for it, or the person who's so gullible that they fall for it every time. You're not saying this person is doing it because of this reason. So there you're kind of absolving yourself of that responsibility. So you're saying, hey, if you're starting to see this circle of friends doing this, hey, the next time they shill you something, maybe identify it as a yellow warning sign so that it happens again. Well, they've become a counter signal. So let's say
I like the idea of that. They're a counter signal. Like,
they're a counter signal.
There's certain people who, like, they always tend to buy lead. They do. It's kind of funny.
They do certain things, right? Because then you can start to see where they're getting their information. How slow is the information trickling down? What group chats are they in, right? Because someone's dumping on them, they're dumping on someone else, because then some other late friend comes in and they're like, hey, did you hear about Popeye? You're like, Jesus Christ, man, that was 2 weeks ago. Where are you getting your information from, right? So then you start putting these groups in baskets and you're starting to identify them. And then you're starting to see who was earliest to that scam. Now you're like, man, are they responsible for the scam? Are they the person closest to that layer? And then you're not exactly Zach XBT, but you start just identifying your friend layer as who is the closest one to this. So anyway, you start seeing this and you start seeing it on the timeline. And just as your own personal trader, you start staying away from those friends. People who, let's just say they were associated with a project that rhymes with oxy, right? And they just held on to the very, very end. And you're like, you still want to be friends with that person, but they were just like really, really stubborn about it. And like, the only reason I say that is because that was one of the biggest projects that separated friend groups and their opinion and whatnot. Who maybe they stayed loyal to that project, but like that was kind of early on in the project. We all started to get to know each other. And it was like, that's how we kind of divided which projects were separating who. Anyway, fast forward to today, you're starting to see all these scams. Farcaster cannot be the know-all be-all to say who can do what. The only thing we can do is kind of put out the information that some of us who have been around here for a while and say, this is what we've seen in the past. This is how they operate. This is the known playbook that they do, and kind of put that on the timeline. And hopefully those of us that are still around can kind of say, this is what we've seen before. This is how they operate. Hey, stay away. And people can do what they want with that. Farcaster can nerf these accounts. Hopefully it doesn't stay around. But ultimately, we're the people who press the button and say, we're going to buy this token or we're not going to buy it. And hopefully you can educate yourself with the information that's on the timeline.
And they've done that. Like I think they've reacted quickly when they had enough information. Like when they can be like, okay, yes, this is definitely a problem. This is definitely a scam. And nerf those accounts. But they have to be, on their end, they don't want to make that mistake either and pick the wrong ones. Yes to crypto, many such cases. I made $5 popping 300 balloons and lost 260 on a token. I feel bad for this because I think that one in particular, we weren't expecting as much. Like it was the first one I saw that was kind of in this vein where it had built up some trust over time. It wasn't like really fast. So it was enough time that people had some trust or had built some trust. And then all of a sudden, like, it kind of happened sort of out of nowhere that the token launches and then rug very quickly. But it was there for a while before that happened. And they even like added some fun upgrades and did little, like they were doing the kind of things you expect from projects to do in a way that kind of, I think some of us got a little lazy. I did. I was like not expecting that. And I should have been a little more vigilant, but it just, and now I am. Like now I'm okay, got it. Now I've got this new playbook. I understand. I'm on the lookout. I'm being a lot more cautious. Even in just sharing something new on here, I'm being way more cautious now. So that's all I can do.
That's the most important thing, right? When you see something that happens and you fell for it in whatever way, whatever social engineering way you fell for it, the most important thing is to say, how was I responsible? What did I do? How could I have negatively affected the next person? Whether it was like, it's not necessarily to say, hey, I pointed this link and said to my friend DeFlora, you should buy this. No, where you just simply, did I recast, did I share, whatever it was, because, and if every single person takes that one extra step to say, should I recast this, that will save just one more person. Then this place becomes just a little bit safer.
A little safer. Yeah. It's tough though. It's, you have to, it's very much a buyer beware, caveat on tour for everybody. Like this whole space is like that. And I think that's important. Like you do have to own your choices. But at the same rate, that doesn't, take the scammer off the hook. We're not saying that. No, but being a little bit vigilant and just knowing like this is all still new. We're still navigating things and there isn't, it's hard to know who to trust. And I've said this a million times, but I'll say it again. Trust is the real currency of Web3. Yes. So anything that you're doing, you're kind of taking in all the information. Do I trust this account? Who are they? What, who else do they know? Who else follows them? And you take all that information. Sometimes that's useful. Sometimes it's not. Like sometimes, you could have somebody like a DWR or Jesse following and they don't realize. So it's not necessarily an obvious signal, but it's another piece of information. So, and until you've actually met a person IRL, like that's the final trust factor. And even that, I've had people who ended up being kind of scammy, even who I had met IRL and like thought, okay, they seem like legit. So it still can happen, but it's less likely. It's just less likely. So
when you're recasting something about a coin or a token launch, it's there's something I call the little sister test. And my little sister I would call is like NHP, which is GG. You see her in the poker streets, and would I send this link directly to GG? Does she know enough to take this cast, process it, and make a decision about it? And would it harm her? And if I would send it to her, then I'll recast it to all my followers because I feel like she's a good litmus test for crypto, and she has enough knowledge about tokens not to get drained. Could I send this to her safely? And that's the little sister test. And if you do that very quickly, I feel like that's a good responsibility test for recast about tokens and things like that.
And when I'm talking to my students, I'll put it this way, I tell them not to buy anything. Like while they're in the class, do not buy anything. I give them a little bit of crypto to use so they learn how to use a wallet, so they learn how to do a swap, so they can learn some things, but I don't want them buying anything because it's very easy to just not know what you're doing and get caught up in a FOMO, and next thing you know, you're losing money. And I'm like, I do not need parents in my email, emailing my boss and being like, what the hell?
Hire this lady.
Exactly. So I've made that rule for every single class since I've been teaching it since 2022. And we also like talk about a lot of that stuff in class. All right. So yeah, I also think, something else to keep in mind, Kel 66. Yeah. Kel66.eth, who has the police, he posts a lot in the police channel. Good person to follow. Like, he's on the lookout. He's looking at things. He's asking questions. He's raising concerns when he's seeing things that don't look legit. Just, another person to kind of just keep in mind. Zach XBT is great on Twitter, but he's doing big, big, big scams. Like, he's looking at, North Korea taking billions, not like Pop5 balloon app taking thousands.
And just to be clear, when I wrote this cast, I don't think that all Anon devs are bad. When I said hiding their identity, like Deployer is an Anon dev, but when he creates contracts, I can look and say that's by Deployer. He doesn't hide his identity. I know who wrote this project. But Pop5, I had DM'd Kells weeks before Pop5 launched a token and said, can you tell me who this dev is? And those devs create contracts and spoof their identities, put it through all different types of tornado, just hiding their identities on purpose. And it's like, if you're creating a legitimate project, why are you doing this? Why are you trying to do that? To intentionally hide who you are? And it's just the first sign of a bad project. If you want to know who someone is and they're intentionally hiding who they are, this is a sign of a bad project. Instantly, full stop. You just stop looking.
It honestly took me a long time to trust Deployer for that reason. And he's absolutely legit builder, has built many things, but it took longer for me to trust Deployer because of that reason. And I think that's a good thing. Like, it should take a little, like, I'm all for, you want to protect your identity, you want to stand on. I get it. This is part of the deal, but it's going to take me a little longer to trust you through your actions. I'm going to watch your actions. I'm going to watch how you walk, not just how you talk. So,
but you probably trust him more now that he's anonymous because he built all that trust with you.
Yes.
So it works both sides.
It took a little longer. And I think that's probably a good, a good approach for most people. And then I liked this, within this thread, there was a little bit more about like green flags, what's the contrast? And, because Matthew Fox jumped in and said, Clankermon, he said, yes, let's contrast as an exercise made by a known team with lots of activity unrelated to the project. So they're just part of the community as well. Built iteratively in public, saw it on the timeline, in the dev chat, took time and effort, did not appear out of nowhere, meaningfully engaged with user feedback, built the app before bothering with a marketing page or Twitter check. Also, for me, I added a few, went on GM Farcaster, faces, actual faces live, Also, Matthew Fox was at karaoke at Farcon, and I met him IRL, and then, they're Irish, so that always gives you a boost. So anyway, be safe out there, folks. It's, on these streets, always have to be safe. It can be a little crazy. Okay, moving on.
Nothing's guaranteed, though.
Nothing's guaranteed. And I'm about to share something, and I don't know who these devs are, and I'm. But also, they weren't asking me for money, so I could share. I could trust a little better. So this is from Plotchy. If DWR is engaged with any of your content in the history of Farcaster, you just got airdropped one of his casts. For the people who he engaged with the most, likes, replies, recasts, follow, we airdrop more. All 4,500 users included got at least one. Top 500 got another +6. Top 60 got another 10. I think I might be in that group because I got a lot. Anyone who has won one of his casts in auction got another +6. Go see yours in the mini app. So this was a DWR casts mini app. It's kind of cute. And they also send it as an NFT, so you can see it in your collectibles. At first, you couldn't. You could only see it in the mini app, but it's there now. And it's just his cast. And it's kind of a cute little app. Each of the 12,000 plus DWR casts were hand typed by DWR himself. The traits we imprinted on them were in relation to his typical slang, his posting cadence, and his common topics of discussion. So I thought this was just really fun and creative, really cute, liked it, and very enjoyable. So thanks for that, Plotchy. Mm-hmm. And this was really funny from Varun. Composability was a mistake. People are too unhinged. And then I said, okay, Ver, what's composability?
I was like, okay, Prop gave me one piece of homework. I'm gonna look this up right before I go on the show, and then everything went to shit right before I went on the show.
Just the permissionlessness of being able to take things on the protocol and mix them up and create them on your own. I think Varun's point was like, going too much to DWR's head.
All I read was people are too unhinged, and I just knew he was correct. They are too unhinged.
That's all you needed to know.
He's right.
Honestly, all you needed to know. Couple other fun things from me. I haven't had class for 2 weeks because we had Labor Day last week. And I have a Monday class, which I thought was a Tuesday class, but it's a Monday class. For those of you who've been here for a bit, you know that story. So anyway, I have class tonight. They're going to get a new assignment where they have to look at some mini apps. I had asked in a thread a while back, a couple weeks ago, for suggestions. And now I put these all into one big thread with the links to the mini apps so that just to make it a little easier for the students. So that's what this thread is. But also for those who might be interested, there are some great suggestions here, both from me, but also there was the thread of people giving suggestions, which is also in here. So just kind of leaving this for folks because you're gonna dox your students. Yeah, I know that was ballsy triumph, believe me. So if you're interested and you want to, some starter for different types of mini apps, this is a good thread to start with, and also to see what other people commented. So they have 3 different categories they need to dive into: gaming, which is the easy one; educational, I kind of took it away from utility and productivity, mostly just educational; and then crypto integration, so something that has some kind of crypto integration. So I have like all the games, all the different types of games, but then also Paragraph, Pods, and Kiwi News, where they have to find something that's crypto related. And then I added like Ponder, Warpslot, Scratch, and Pixar didn't happen. And Kenny has set up specific bounties for FGCU, so for my students. So yeah, I know, it's very sweet. So yeah, so very exciting for them to see that today. And also, we may or may not play around with Clanker during class today, so just be aware of that. I have given you the alpha. Do with that what you will. Not until this evening, so we got a ways to go. One other funny thing that I posted that I casted yesterday was my kiddo has been watching movies.
Oh yeah,
old movies and going back, and this was really fun. And we just watched Good Will Hunting again and things like that. And this is his list of his movies he has rewatched or watched in the past year and like ranked them. But what was really cool was other people were adding to this cast, like you, and a lot of really good suggestions. And Symbiotech went like hog wild, and like this one is just amazing. His is amazing. So there's a few like that. So if you're looking for movies, good movie suggestions, this is a great thread to check out. So that was really fun. So,
I always love when a great movie thread erupts. I'm like a huge movie. We actually went back. Kirk and I are actually back into like the early 2000s, late 90s time period, because I feel like that's the best time period for movies. I don't know what Bitfloor would say, but him and I kind of met on Twitter as movie buddies back in like probably
really
2012. I'll say, yeah, we've been friends for a pretty long time. Like,
oh, that's wild.
Over a decade now from crypto Twitter, and he's the one that dragged me over here from crypto Twitter. Yeah, Bitfloor is the reason.
I did not know that connection. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
like I knew you. I mean, I know the Reply Guys connection, and I knew you were big in that particular channel for a long time. Like, but I didn't realize that was the reason.
Twitter, you have to come over here. It's fun. Didn't come over here. Weeks later, are you coming? And then I finally came over.
That's amazing. So thanks, Bitfloor's Ghost. We appreciate you for bringing Burr over here. That's really cool. That is very, very cool. Okay, so we've got some other news. Just pulling this up right now. This is the base section of our discussion. This is from our friend Mike. A throwback to yesterday when Jesse.base.eth congratulated the winners of Logadog Season 2. Several people earned thousands of dollars on chain by posting pics of themselves eating hot dogs. So, I mean, amazing. Crazy? Yes. The catch? None. Why? Showcase the possibilities unlocked by building with on-chain Lego blocks like Clanker, Zora, and Base. I love Logadog. I just think it's a really cute app. I think it's a really just nice idea. So, Mike, I enjoy that. And I like that it's like for a season. It's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a nice, like, it connects really well with the summer. It's just, I don't know, just makes me smile. So
That's cute. Yeah, it does. I love things that make you smile.
yeah, it's just a fun little app, and just a lot of fun. So thank you for that. It's over now. This from Base App, live now in beta. Trade straight from your feed. Base App brings the market to you. Discover and trade without switching a tab or changing apps, all in real time. So very cool. New improvements. If you haven't updated your Base App lately, go make sure you do that if you're in the beta. The other thing I think they finally got me the links so that my students will be able to get into the beta of Base App as well. So they'll be playing around with that. Yeah. So I have to get them all fully set up. Some of them had missed the class when we set up some of those wallets. So we'll get the rest of them set up today. So this will be fun. So moving on. This from Adrian, TBA feedback. Can these auto expire without me having to decline them? And I hope these people requesting money for no reason from people they aren't connected to get put on the naughty list. So I'm putting this on the don't do this in the don't do this channel. Don't do that.
That was one of the first things I noticed about TBA when I opened it up was requests for money from people I didn't even know. And I shut down TBA and was like, I'll come back later. And this is gone.
I'll be
back.
Like,
oh, I don't want this in my life. I have enough of this.
Yeah,
already.
I know. It's very like Twitter coded is in my mind. Like that's something that I used to get in my DMs on Twitter. So
yeah,
I think it's calmed down a little bit, but there was a moment where it was kind of popping off. Yeah. And then this from Pugson in our base section here, day 7 of asking people what is Basecamp. And it's really, I was noticing he was only getting like joke answers. And I'm like, okay.
I'll be honest. I will be honest. I know I'm supposed to know what it is, but I actually don't know what it is either. Like, well, I mean, I probably could give a good guess, but it's like, I'm not going, so I don't exactly know what it is.
So I finally explained it and he's like, thank you. Finally a real answer. It's just a gathering of base builders, of people who are building on base. And last year was the first year. It was at Idlewild during FWB Fest, which is a whole big music and crypto festival. The year before, that's where Base launched. So they launched at Idlewild during FWB Fest. So in order, like sort of to celebrate the first year anniversary, Jesse wanted to bring it back there. And that's what he did last year. This year, moving it to the East Coast. It's in Vermont. Jesse likes mountains. The dude likes mountains. So it's always in like a mountain kind of quiet area. And it's really just getting builders together, letting them get connected, getting to hear what people are building, whether that's mini apps, projects, chains, whatever, who knows, like L3s, all these different kinds of things. So talking about that. And also the base team will probably be talking about what they built the past year, sort of like, here's where we are, here's where we're going kind of stuff. Also, I think, Brian was there via Zoom last year, Brian Armstrong. So Jesse did like a chat with him. The whole team was there. So we'll see, what this year brings, but that's sort of the overview of what it is. So if
people were asking me if I was going or not, because I was like, why are people asking me if I'm going to this? Now it makes sense because it's on the East Coast and it's near me.
It's not that far. It is invitation only. You had to apply, and then they accept, different people based on what are you building on base and things like that, and also space wise. So I think they expanded it a little bit more because I saw some people just get approved recently. So that's what it is. And I'll be heading there next week. along with a lot of folks. I think Toadie's going too.
Farther away than that.
No, it's next week. Next week it is. So next week, heading to Vermont. That's why I was like, okay, next week we'll just take the week off. So we'll be up there. Fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. And somebody called it Farcon for base, blue Farcon. Accurate. Okay. Similar vibes.
It's like a nerd gathering.
Nerd gathering. Absolutely. Okay. Yes. Nice. Nerd gathering. Absolutely nerd gathering. Okay. Gathering of builders. Yeah.
Everyone loves a good nerd gathering.
I mean, right?
Right.
We need some poker at this nerd gathering, by the way. Speaking of nerds building things, just kidding, on base. Nerds building things on base. One of my favorite nerds.
One of
my favorite nerds. Introducing Bracky 2.0, Trade on X, new mini app, all NFL games live. Let's have some fun. And so this
I'm so mad at this guy.
You're mad?
I'm so mad at this guy.
Did he take your money?
He didn't just take my money, man. He needled me yesterday and he mushed me. He caused me to lose 360,000 Bracky. And he did it on the timeline. So rude. So rude, this guy. I don't even want to talk about it. He's so mean.
This is funny. Well, we might talk about it a little bit here. If you need someone to talk you off the ledge, it ain't Bracky.
It ain't Bracky. No, he's not. He's a big bully.
So, yeah. So there you go. Bracky's like, yeah, sorry about that. Sorry you lost that at the Super Bowl. Sounds like a you problem. Basically, what's what he said.
He's so mean to me.
Oh, Bracky. This is really fun, though. It's been fun to see this expansion. Oops, I guess I had that twice. This was your tweet. Hey, Bracky, let me get involved over here on Twitter. So what has been your experience? Did you try it over on Twitter already?
I saw that he went live on Twitter, and I was curious about the process. More so, I was curious about how someone would go about doing it on Twitter. And I was curious about the wallet process. So I was like, let me go over there and mix it up with my friend Bracky, who historically has been mean to me on Farcaster.
That's so funny.
He'll be nice to me on Twitter now. So I go on over there and not surprisingly, it was so easy. I go over there. Not only can I bet with Bracky, but I can use my Farcaster wallet. Super easy. It works the same way as it works on Farcaster. All the bets he gave me my options for betting, which were the games that were that day. I could also bet on the playoff probabilities. And
I think we say we can trade. We trade. We don't bet. We trade.
And we can also trade. We used to have to handshake when we finally agreed on what the trade was going to be. And then I'm like, hey, Bracky, do we have to do our signature handshake? He's like, no. He's like, we don't do that anymore. That's inefficient. And I'm like, I liked our handshake. And then I go over and I realize what this 25 million was when I lost in the Super Bowl. Every single time that Bracky goes up, I'm like, oh man, I think about that 25 million I lost. It's like double again. I tweeted or I cast it on Farcaster and he's like, yeah, but you're about to win 360,000 from that bet you placed on Twitter. And he's like, there's 15 minutes to go. You're like a huge favorite to win that bet. And then, but the Ravens lose.
And the Ravens lose.
Well, you lost again.
Oh well.
I
know. I also lost on the Ravens yesterday. So craziness.
Crazy.
But luckily it's just magic internet money and it's fine. I think I'm still way ahead just on my airdrop alone. So all good. But lots of fun. Love to see this. Love to see the expansion.
Yes.
Everything I've heard about the connection between Twitter and your Bracky wallet and the app and all this it seems to be running very smoothly.
Mega smooth.
I think as long as your Twitter is connected to your Farcaster account, I'm assuming. So very cool. So go check that out if you haven't already. And congrats to the Bracky team. All right. We've come a long way. That's for sure. In other builder news, Reply is the new token for this week for Tippin. And you have a allocation, as do I, although mine's gone now. I used it all up already. But very cool to see Tippin in, kind of moving things around. And I like sort of their approach to this with these allocations from other tokens. Like it's adding a little bit of fun. So if you have Tippin, if you have Reply, go check. If you've been a Tippin allocator before, you likely have an allocation this time. So go into the Tippin app and check that out because you might have one and not even realize. So very cool. Did you use yours up yet, or are you still got it rolling?
So I was hella busy with kids and everything, and I just figured,
that's right.
The best way, sometimes when you can't like be all places at once, it's important to remember what the mission is, and the mission is distribution. So I was like, all right, everyone who replies to that one cast, I'm just going to send the whole allocation out as widely as possible, and and just align with Tippin's mission.
Love it. Awesome. So yeah, go check that out. You might have an allocation, and it is, I think you have to use it by tomorrow. So
yep.
Get on that. This from our friends at Clankermon. Clankermon mint update in the final stretch of the launch mint. 389 remain. One of my favorite numbers. If you know, you know. For the remaining mints, we're slightly bumping the mint price, reducing the player discount we launched with, and are raising the mint cap to 10. Later this week, as we reopen onboarding with some changes, we will remove the cap entirely as we work to add the in-app marketplace for secondary trading. Thanks for supporting the Mons. And then related to this, you got a better Mon. Woohoo. Amazing. I haven't revealed my, I ended up minting 4 more and I haven't revealed them yet. And I think I'm going to do that right now in just a moment.
Oh my gosh, so exciting on stream.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my gosh, so great.
And then, but before that, let me mention this too. This was the cast that Brad was talking about in the 29 seconds Farcaster news. This is bid on this cast to win 3 Clanker Mons, which is perfect starter kit to train your Mons and get started playing. Winners will receive 3 Mons, Runner, Degenos, and Anon. So very cool. And
what's that into?
I don't know. I can't see it on web. So hold on. Let's check because I'm bidding on this sucker. So
it's a really good starter pack. It's a real good one.
Really, I'm like, I don't have any of those 3 and I want them. And
I don't have any of those 3 either. I'm thinking about bidding on it.
Let me see what it's up to. Let's see, Garrett, where are we up to here? Oh, it might be over. Nope. Ends in 6 hours. It's up to 46, actually.
Oh, free.
I'm sorry. It's up to 1 second, please. It's up to 51 now.
Free.
1 second, please.
I gotta set an alarm here. 6 hours.
Got 6 hours left. And there was another one too that was crazy. Do I have this one?
It's for it's like Ollie
it was
Stewart.
For Trage, and it was already up to 640. And this was on the Degen one. So this was really cute. It's a Degen Mon, one of the rarer ones, and they also made a cute little animation for it, and it's adorable. Second rarest. It's very cute. So yeah, the Clanker Mons are popping off. We like to collect them all. What can we say?
Have to collect them all.
Have to do it. And I'll do my reveal in just 1 second. Last thing I want to mention is this from Egg Cooker and Eggman virus infection report. Horse facts. You have developed Eggman virus infection. Eggman virus is a scary infection that turns PFP into Eggman when infected. You are a secondary infection from Stephen Dev. You were infected when you volunteered to be infected. It's an infection report. Unfortunately, there is no vaccine or cure. The Eggman virus is highly contagious, so please be careful who wants to be infected. So the way I'm taking this is kind of like a play off of some of the like early things like the worm and stuff like that. And it's taking your PFP and turning it into this cute little egg style PFP. So I have no information about this. I don't know anything about it. Looks cute, but DYOR, be careful out there. But looks cute. So wanted to mention
that. If I recall correctly, it came out around the same time as eggs did. I could be totally wrong, but it was around the same time around eggs when that project dropped where you
yes.
have chicken and you collect the eggs every day. And then I think it came around the same time, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
You're right.
I think there was just a lot of eggs on the timeline around then for some reason.
A lot of eggs on the
like every 6 months, eggs just comes up.
And all about the freaking eggs.
I like eggs, and I'm like, I like eggs every day. Why this day do we like eggs again? But
it's all Borough Dutch's fault. Is just blame Borough Dutch. All right. While we're talking Clankermons, and before we wrap up with some stuff from Better, I am going to reveal my new Clankermons. So if you haven't done this yet,
it's so fun.
The reveal is really fun.
Yes.
I have spent way too much on Clankermons. Let me be very clear about this. This is my financial advice is just don't. Like, this is not speculation of any sort. I just have a problem.
I've made Kurt do 7 of these also. I'm like, here's $111. Go mint 5 more.
Yeah. I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm not going to be able to do it because of the gas.
Oh, no.
And I don't want to pay.
No, how much is the gas? I'll send it to you.
Oh, the gas isn't bad. I'll do it. That's not that bad. There have been times where it said like 0.02 and I'm like, hell no. So we'll just do this one so you all can see it. Let's everyone fingers crossed for a Bettermon.
Uni.
We want a Bettermon or Uni. Oh, I'd love a Uni.
Uni.
Tap to reveal. Ooh, Veil. Oh, I didn't have this one.
Oh,
very cool.
I don't have a Veil either.
All right, I'm revealing one more. I'm going to do one more and then I'll do the other ones later because I do want to do a couple in class. So I can show them that. Okay, so we're going to do one more.
Bettermon.
One more. I'd like something pink, please. Something pink would be lovely. Or Bracky. I don't have a Bracky either.
Oh, a Bracky would be really good too.
Let's see what we got. Ooh, a higher. I don't have a higher. Okay, great. These are great. Yeah. All right. Love it. Very exciting. Very exciting. I'll flex on the feed.
Oh, definitely flex.
I'll share it. I got to share that one. We'll flex that one on the feed. So these are, I just am really enjoying Clankermon. I just think it's very fun. I love the team and it's just fun. So
it's just like, it's enough clicking throughout the day. It's like not so much that you're like, oh my God, I have to feed my Clankermon. It's like not overly, it's just enough clicking. I can't really explain it. I was talking to Matthew the other day in DMs and I'm like, maybe we're the perfect demographic because
probably
was like complaining about something about failing a dungeon. I'm like, what are you complaining about? I'm like, I love Clankermon. I'm like, I don't care if I fail. I'm just like, I want to click buttons and I want to mint a Uni so bad. So maybe it's just like the middle-aged women love Clankermon. I don't know what it is. Maybe Matthew should just do a group chat with us going and
Matthew.
Give him the feedback for how to get all our money because we're like, here, Matthew, just take the phone and all the crypto because we want to.
I was like, what do you mean I can only do 5? I was like,
that's what I said. I'm like, why? What is this limit you're talking about?
What is this limit thing?
Please open the floodgates. I want 30, like 37 a pop.
I want them all, and let me have them now. The other thing I was confused about dungeons because I thought if it fails a dungeon, it's gone, and it's not necessarily the case. It's just that. If it depends on their health level and their level that they're on and all this stuff. So I was like, oh, okay. I feel better now. So now I'll probably experiment more. So
I didn't know it would tell you if you were going to die. So I was like furiously keeping them full health. I was like, I can't lose a 1 because I had like 11. I was like, well, I could afford to lose 1. I have 5 I have 5 horses. I'm like, 1 could go of those. I could afford to lose.
I have like 2 blondes. So that's why I was playing with the blonde one first because I was like, okay, if I lose 1, I've got another.
If you need a horse, I got 5 horses in the stable if you want one.
God. Yeah, that's
I tried to give one to Adrian and she was like, no, I want to grow one from start. I'm like, that's going to take a long time. Just take the horse.
So she's going on vacation. That was the thing she was worried about was that her Clankermons, her baby Mons were going to die.
Well, they are.
And it was, and so she was like, so she was afraid and she's like trying to get it to full health so it wouldn't die on her.
No, she's going to have to give her private keys to someone else to feed that Kankama because it's going to die.
I think she decided she might have gotten it there. I'm not sure if she did, but if she didn't, I think she was going to let it go. She was just going to have to let it go. Hey, you can do a quest and get get some points. Yeah, it's a quest if you bury one. So there you go. There you go.
Which was really smart, by the way.
I know, it was very smart. It was very smart. Makes you feel better. Even if you fail a dungeon, you get a quest. It's awesome.
That's 25. That's a quest too.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Don't be afraid.
Very smart, Matthew Fox. Very smart.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about Better before we wrap. So Better and Betterment. This was from Toady Hawk. Someone asked me yesterday if there was any trick we were using to keep Betterment ranked in the Farcaster top 10 trending mini apps for so long. It's currently number 1. I don't know if it is at this moment, but it was at that moment. Honestly, NetNose and I were not clever enough to devise some complicated scheme to drive excessive transaction volume and appears an app opens to stay trending. So instead, we just ship things that we thought would make people want to open the app every day and do some real transactions, staking daily stake claims, spins, of course, rounds of Betterment. Easy game. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with how those rankings work for mini apps, it's mostly based on opens, like daily opens, and transactions. So obviously, the Better app is going to have both of those in spades. So, especially now with staking. So, for those who may not be familiar, actually, I should let you tell this. For those who are new and who are like, I have no idea what Better is, what is Better? What is Better and Betterment?
Better is a mini app that helps creators get better. And while that sounds really simple, we utilize a series of different actions to help bolster the betterment of creators. Using a wheel, we support creators' growth by showcasing their content to the Better community 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. People will mint the content of that featured creator, and for every 1 mint, they will be able to spin a wheel. And there are 2 jackpots they can win each day. And if you hold 50 million Better, you get access to the Betterment group chat, which allows you to spin the wheel 10 minutes early than the public, and also gets you access to poker, secret poker. And let me think, there's so many different things. I'm like closing my eyes and I'm like, oh man, this is a long elevator pitch. But basically,
no, it's crazy because there's too many things. But also, here's the demo page. But I want to I'm going to relaunch it because the loading is just cute. So that's why.
Oh, it is cute.
But it's a great demo page. So if you go to betterment.fun/demo, you can see what it is with that when it's not an actual mint happening. And you can click to spin. So it shows you how you go through the process, and then the fun little wheel that spins, and it gives you the vibe. It tells you gives you an idea, and you can see what you want, et cetera, et cetera. This is bogus Better, so it's not real. But that's how it works. So if you've never had an opportunity to play, that just gives you a little bit of what the vibe is like. And then we have staking now. So this is fairly new in the past couple of weeks. And so you can stake your Better in here in this. Why are you being so difficult on me? In this mini app. And when you stake, you each day get a chance to spin a wheel to claim your staking rewards. You spin a wheel for an opportunity to win a little bit more, but you also claim your rewards and can restake right in that same app. So that's been really cool. And it was a really smart approach to sort of giving people a benefit and a reason to continue holding. So I've really liked it. And also, I'm sorry, but the wheel is just fun.
That's the
wheel
thing.
is fun.
Everyone loves spinning this wheel 3 days a week. So I think Toady and NetNose were like, all right, well, let them spin five days a week. Let them log in. You on the wheel, you have 3 different new jackpots. One 50 million that you can win, 10 million, and every single day somebody will win 1 million better on that wheel. And we realized that, you know, if these better degenerates want to spin a wheel, we'll let them spin another wheel. So 5 days a week they log in there, and
the wheel is fun.
People ask why better, and I think it's just we like to have fun over here, and that's why they hired me as chief fun officer, so we can have even more fun.
I won the jackpot, a whole bunch of fake better on that one. It is really fun. The other thing you guys have been doing is a lot of poker. So you came on as the chief fun officer. You're a former professional poker player. Are you still playing? You're not playing professionally anymore. Is that correct? Or you occasionally do?
Now I get paid by crypto projects to have fun with them. And occasionally I play poker.
It's way better.
Which is way more fun. But I do play poker sometimes. I think I'm going to sport this fancy new hoodie at the next poker tournament I play at Borgata.
You should.
Hopefully this September. But yeah, and I get to do things like this. So, you know, one of the things we believe in is if you have skin in the game, we should just award and have fun with those people also. But yeah, staking Sunday, high stakes Sundays, basically we're going to have an ascending scale every Sunday. If you stake more, we're going to play poker with you on Sundays. 5 million, 25 million, 50 million, and 200 million staking tiers every Sunday. And on the 200 million staking Sunday, the last Sunday in September, I think we're going to try to load that up with prizes for whoever is staking over 200 million. But this Sunday we had, I think, 35 players come out if you were staking at least 5 million. And it's just a fun way to give back to the community who believes the most.
Yeah, love that. And then there's also like there's secret better tournaments for if you are a better believer. So you have at least 50 million that you're holding in better. And then there's also like the regular games. So these games are open to anyone. The regular, those are twice a week and Tuesdays and Thursdays. So very cool. You don't need to be holding any better for these, correct? This is a great way to win some.
We have every level of believer. If you were looking at the project and you think you would like to get involved, come join us on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if you would like to see if maybe it's for you, we have staking tournaments. If you stake 5 million, just pretty much every tier for believer, you can test out and see if this project's for you. But we would invite anybody to try and come out and have fun with us.
Come play. It's fun. And if you want to know what's going on, check out the Better channel, BETR /BETR. Has everything that's going on, right? Because there's always something new. Right now it's Matcha Monday. So now there's pairing up with Matcha, our friends at Matcha. So that's amazing. Whole bunch of just like fun art contests that have happened. Poker gets posted in here, staking information. You can find out what Toadie's going to be buying once Better hits a 50 million market cap and working for, I don't know if did you see this? This was so funny. David Wen. Yeah. So he's only working with David Wen. There's also like, so what happens is if you're holding 50 million Better and you're in the Better Believers chat, you get a little early opportunity to spin and to dive in on the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. And what happens right before that is a whole bunch of people typing when in very creative ways. It's actually very funny. It's kind of it's a fun moment. I have my alarm set it to 10 minutes before, and I go in the chat and just see what's going on, and it's really funny. The other thing was CoBuild added teams within CoBuild, and Better was one of the first ones. So you can, if you're using CoBuild to buy tokens as you're liking people's casts, you can now set that to, if people like yours, they can be buying Better. So lots of cool things happening. What did I miss? So many things.
I'm trying to think. I believe I recently accidentally took on a task to produce Wednesday winners starting this Wednesday.
Oh, what's that?
A list of everyone who's won a jackpot this week and other things for contests and poker. Yeah, I didn't realize I accepted that responsibility, but I think I did, and that will be coming at you this Wednesday.
Amazing. Oh, hold on. We got a alpha.
Oh,
New wheel drop. New wheel.
Boy.
New
Is
wheel.
there, what day is it?
What
Is it
day
a wheel?
is this? I guess maybe you're getting a new wheel today. I don't know. That's what he
There's
just
always
said.
a wheel on Monday.
And Yes to Crypto would like to know when 700 million staking tier.
You know, I'm wondering the same thing, Yes to Crypto, because I'm staking 700 million.
By the way,
well,
now I'm going to tell you right now. Now he's staking 701 million. I guarantee you, because he likes to be at the top of every leaderboard, and he ain't going to let you there. So I'm just saying. It's my guess.
I will find out for us. Yes.
That is so funny. Oh, and he said there's a poker game scheduled for base camp. Well, I want in. Just saying.
Cool.
So I want in on that. All right. So do the demo again. You already saw the new wheel. Oh, wait.
Oh,
What?
did we miss something?
That was a new wheel? Did I miss something? It didn't look new. Hold on.
Tell me it was too blurry.
Let me go back. Hold on. Well, also, you know what? Let me reshare this as just the tab so you hear the sound, because you're not hearing the sound right now. So let me just redo really quick so that you guys get the sound as well, and we'll see what's going on with apparently we have a new wheel, and it's very exciting. All right, so we're going to click to spin. Hopefully we get the sound. Oh, we didn't get the sound. Damn it. I was hoping for sound. Oh, it's because I have it turned off, dumbass.
Bogus, better.
Is it different?
Unity, airdrop, better bomb, 21 days.
Oh, there's 21. I don't, but it didn't look the same to me. What am I missing? What's the wheel difference? I'm not seeing a difference. Am I crazy? There's only one jackpot. That's one thing. Oh, maybe there's more.
Is there a 10x on that?
Maybe there's maybe there's other. Okay. I see one jackpot instead of a jackpot and a mini.
Maybe we're missing like a different amount.
Yeah, I don't know.
Better stake is live. Did Tony say anything in chat?
I gotta go look. Hold on. Let's go back. All right, Tony. We don't know. We're not saying it's just a small design. Oh, refresh. Nothing major. Okay.
These hoodie metal agates.
Oh, redesign fonts and stuff like that. Okay.
Oh, made higher res.
Color for the jackpot. Okay.
Okay. Probably because I complained about the wheel being of poor quality the other day when I spun it, and I was like, "Oh, what's wrong with this wheel? It's all like blurry." And they're like,
"I see. Yeah, I see now what you mean. Yeah, it does look clear." On
Android. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
They also told me they were going to give me a new iPhone as an employee. I'm waiting in the mail for
it. She needs help. She also needs some lighting.
I need a new camera.
It's like, now I oversold it. Just a small design change. Yes, it's because Burr has a shitty Android. So funny. All right. This has been really fun. It's been great hanging. Anything else that you wanted to shout out or mention before we wrap today?
Let me think. No, but man, Tony, this hoodie's great. I can't wait for you to get yours in the mail. It's so soft. I'm going to sleep in it tonight. You guys should be really jealous.
She's loving the hoodie. I'm loving the hat. Like, I desperately wanted the hat. Really if I had it today, it would be on. So
I got the trucker style, and it's mega good. It
looks really cute. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. Comfy. I was seriously going to ask about this today. So when I saw you pop it on with it, I'm like, oh, perfect. Because that's what I was hoping for. I need that hat. So Tony, I expect I will have a hat delivered to me next week at base camp. Just saying. All right.
Thanks for having me on.
That's it. It's been fantastic.
Thank you for bearing with me in my technical difficulties.
No problem. Not the first time. Many such cases. We've had that happen often on the show. So I was like, you're unfamiliar with GM Farcaster? It's happened before. Thanks everyone for hanging with us. This has been a blast. We'll be back on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. with Rachel Wilkins will be joining us. And then Friday, also 8:30 a.m. with the Toady Hawk. So until then, everybody, we'll see you and bye-bye.